So now that I've got this door fixed, it was sagging and I needed to adjust the door stops. This one was only the door stops that I needed to adjust because I'm repainting everything. I took the door stops off. And I'll show you that on another video. You'd have to find that. It's on my channel close to this one, or you go to my playlist under and scroll through on my main channel page, go to playlist, click on there and scroll down to doors. You'll find all kinds of stuff I've done. Okay, so now that I've checked those two, I'm just going to keep going around and check more doors. I'm basically going to be doing the same thing, seeing if I need to fix anything, see if anything is sagging. I know this one's not sagging. That's all nice and straight. The gap's pretty good. If anything, I need to tilt that hinge out, but because I'm going to be painting these doors, I'm going to replace all the hinges. I'm taking all those hinges off so I can adjust this door when I get the new hinges, okay? So I'm looking at that and see how big this gap is. Look how big that gap is. My word, whoever installed this was sleeping. And see, that's why I'm going to take these hinges and tilt them out. Tilt them over this direction. Yeah, granted, there's going to be a slight gap between the hinge and the door jamb over here, but you're not going to notice that as much as you're going to notice this over here. I'm going to lessen that gap. You see what I'm saying? And I've looked, this one's pretty much flush. This door is flush there, so I know this door is not warped. This is pretty straight here, so I know that's all fine. But see, when this door is closed, the latch is in there, but the latch only sticks out so far, see? And you've got the gap between the door, and then it's barely going. It's just going in about a 1/16, no more than 1/8 of an inch. And you think it's closed, and you just pull on the door, and it comes open. Do I want that? Do I want this big old gap? No, I can fix that. And see, I get that gap over, and I don't have to do anything with the door jamb, the door casing, anything. I don't have to take the door casing off and shim the jamb over and re-nail that. And now the baseboard's too short on this side, the baseboard's short on the inside, and I've got to re-caulk everything, and then the caulking gets over here. Then I have to get the matching paint and paint that and recut in over here on the edge of that. No, nothing doing. I can do all this by adjusting those 3 hinges over there. I'll make, you know, when I do that one, I'll make another video, so watch for it on my channel. Or because I'm going to be painting these doors and the door frames and replacing the hinges and the handles, I can take this door is ready to be taken off. I can take the strike plate off. I'll take the door handle off. I'll take the door bumper off. I'll take all the hinges off and get this ready to be painted. And when I get done, I'm going to put some different door bumpers on there. This one happens to be white. That's kind of slick. You know, they have them in white, but I like to use the silver ones. And in fact, see, all the hardware is going to be changed. The hardware, I think we're going to put nickel on here, or maybe brushed aluminum color, which kind of looks like nickel. And then I'll get a different colored door stop for it so it all matches. And I'll do the same thing with all the other door stops, see? That's no biggie. I can change all those. It doesn't cost very much, even on the front door. Now see, on the front door, this one's white. So then I have to decide, okay, the front door is kind of different than all the other doors because the front door handle, I'm not changing that. I'm not changing the hinges because this is a condo complex. And in a condo complex, you can't just start changing anything on your front. You can't just start changing something on your front door. You've got to check with your HOA, Homeowners Association, and find out. They're going to tell you no because they want all the handles and all the stuff to match existing conditions. Now actually, when this door is closed, you don't see the hinges. So there's one thing. I may change these hinges on this front door. Okay, but see, that's the thing. If I change the hinges, I would probably want to keep them the same color because usually you want to keep everything the same on this door. Because see, this is still going to be bright brass, bright brass, bright brass. I could change that door bumper to a brass one, a bright brass one. instead of the white one. And if I change these hinges, I would get new hinges, bright brass. These look a little tired, a little marked up, a little, see, you know what they did? This was an older hinge, and then they used a different hinge half for this. Because see, you can see different colors. This is dark, this one's light, this one's dark, this one's light. But it's the same thing just on that one. See there? This one's the same. See? Look. And the bottom one looks okay. It's just that one. So I may have to change that, and I'll have to look, and maybe I can change it. Let's see. This one's clear on the 2. Oh, that one's clear on the 2. See, I could have taken that one. See, the 3 I need is this, but that's too dark because I'm going to be changing everything in here to nickel or the brushed aluminum color. And all the rest of the interior doors, this is a smaller hinge. This is probably 3.5 inch hinge, and the front door is 4 inch. So worst case scenario, I could go to the store and just buy one hinge, the bright brass, and replace this one and have all that lined up so I could fix that. Okay, so I'll go around, and on this front door, I know this front door is really close right there, and in fact, it's just barely starting to rub, and you can see that right there, and you can see it right there, see? And so today, before I leave, that's one of the things on the list, is I'm gonna have to adjust the 3 hinges on this door. Not that the door is sagging. The door is not sagging. It looks fine, but it's just too close to this edge. And I've got plenty of room here, don't I? Look at this. If I suck that hinge over and the door jamb area over there, same thing on that one, same thing on this bottom one, I've got plenty of room to do that. So I'm gonna do the same thing as though I was doing a sagging door, except I'm doing all 3 hinges. I'm just taking this door and moving the whole entire thing over about 1/8 of an inch, so I got more of a gap here. Because this is a front door, and this front door, most doors have a beveled edge. This would be the high edge, and the back side would be the low edge. This would be the low edge, and this would angle a little bit so that this back edge isn't that much closer to the door jamb when it closes. Did you know that? Yeah. But this particular door, it's a metal clad door, and it's, hear that? It's kind of like a heavy plastic or metal something. On the outside, I think it's the same. And so I don't think they put a bevel on those. And all the interior doors would have bevels. I don't think I have my T-square. I don't think I have my T-square here. Maybe I do. No, I wasn't going to make this part of the video, but if you want to, if you're interested in seeing this, let's see. Let's see if I have the T-square here. Look at that. I do have it. Okay, let's just look at this door here for a second. With the door closing like this would be considered the high side. The high side of the door, and this is the low side. When you put your square on there, let's get you down in there. See? See the gap? I don't know if you can see that too well. I think you can see that. See? Every door has an angle. Now let's go down there and check that front door, shall we? Let's see if I'm right. I'm pretty sure I am. Because that's why on that front door I need to have a bigger gap than my normal. Okay? That's why this gap needs to be bigger. Generally, this side you would think would not hit, but it is hitting, and it's hitting the back side of the door. Okay? So we'll just open this, and I'm going to put it on here. I'm going to have you look on there. See there? It's just square. Look at that. No angle on it or anything. And that's why this door needs a bigger gap there. And that's why, whoops, Sorry about that. Moved the camera. That's why it's just rubbing on this back side, not this front side. See? That's rubbing because this doesn't have a 3/32 beveled cut on it. And so when it closes, that hits, but then when the front closes all the way, you've got the gap. So it's deceiving, isn't it? That's why I've got to have that gap a lot bigger so that this edge is not hitting. And I know I can do that because there's so much gap over here. Okay? And I believe that's the only door that's like that. Let's look at this garage door. Sometimes they'll do a garage door, but I believe this has a bevel. And we'll put that on there and get you tilted down there. See there? That's the bevel I'm talking about. 3/32 of an inch. That prevents this edge from getting too close to this as you're closing the door. And then when you close the door, this is not far enough. It's still close enough to hit your doorstop. Bet you never even realized that, did you? Now you just learned something new from Joe.